What is going on YouTube? Dr. Way here, hitting you back up with another video. And I've been trying to take my time, probably too much time. It's been 2 weeks since I made a video, I guess, relevant to this channel. I made another video about me playing fighting game, whatever. But um, a big part of this channel is just me answering the questions at this point that subscribers have, or people who are watching my videos have. And what I wanted to do was take my time, and a lot of times people ask questions that are related, not necessarily the same, but related, where it can kind of be covered in the same video. So for the sake of effectiveness, instead of responding to somebody's post, making a video right away, I wanted to wait 2 weeks so I can get a consensus of types of questions that I'm getting to see if I can knock out, I guess, 2 or 3 birds with one stone. So this particular video, it's probably going to cover, let's see what I want to talk about. Probably the magic fountain, because that's relatively quick. So the things that you guys can be looking out for in the future, a big theme was what premium towers should I be getting with my gems? Kind of the overlying thing, how should I be using my gems? Another big thing that came up was currency as it relates to the gold here, farming, um, also these other not premium currencies, but other currencies through, the different modes that you play. And then under that, a whole nother layer under that is the resource management and building. You know, how do you build, knowing all of this information, how do you build a good, dragon base? How do you get that currency flowing in? Like, what are the things that you do to maximize um your game, basically? Maximize your dragons, your damage, the effectiveness of how you're playing, essentially. So the next, I would say, 6 videos are going to be basically how the fuck do you become a master dragon tamer? That's essentially what you guys are asking, is how do I become a boss ass motherfucker on this game? And I'm going to tell you too, one video at a time. So I will probably not even, I don't remember exactly who asked the question. I would have to bring it up. I think it's a guy called Wolf something Wolf or something like that asked. It might have been him. It might have been somebody else. I really don't know. I should probably start writing that shit down. But somebody asked, what's up with the fucking magic fountain? And I'm pretty sure I covered this in a small portion in another video. But I haven't covered it, as well as I would probably have liked. So essentially what and I don't know what level you need this, what level you get this set, but at some point in the game, I would have to say between the levels of 30 probably to 30 to 50, you would probably get this. Maybe a little bit sooner. I don't know, because when it came out, I automatically had it because I was like level 70 or something, right? So I would assume somewhere around that level. Somebody can probably write in the comments and tell me what level you get this at. But essentially what it does is it's the game's way of creating value and getting duplicates of dragons. So normally you want to, I've already covered a video on this, and if you want more answers about what I'm about to say right now, you can watch the video called like how to use the space-time altar or some shit I said. I don't fucking know the title. Something like that. How to use this fucking thing, the space-time altar, right? So essentially, what you'll do, you'll get this guy up to like a lower level. I like 10 for my rares, boom. And then you sacrifice it, right? And then you'll get the shards for that dragon, and then you can star them up, upgrade them, star them up, whatever, right? And when you do that, you can come over here, and for each dragon that you do that, only it's unique to each dragon. So one, you can't keep starting up the same dragon and keep getting one currency for a comment. You can do this one time per dragon. So once you get, you know, a very unique dragon, let's say Nyx. Once you get Nyx all the way up to 5-star, that's it. You can't get, you know, star up Nyx to 1 and then get 36 of these. I don't know what they call them. What the fuck are these things? I don't even know what these called. Gems. I'm just gonna call them purple gems. Those things, you know, it's like unique to each dragon. So what you want to do is star up each as many of these as you can, and you know you'll get rewarded more for doing them legendary. I probably have more rares that see, like I got all these stars, right? So this guy's done. I never have to sacrifice another bombshell again because it don't benefit me. Whatever. Right, and then you get these stars with doing that, and then depending on which one you did, you know, you get X amount of things. I don't even bother with the uncommons and commons. Quite honestly, I don't even think it's fucking worth it. Basically start at rare, mainly because I only got to get the 2-star to get these things, which are hard as hell to get in my opinion. And then you can get obviously epics. You can start those up, and then legendaries when you get them. Right, legendaries give you a lot of shit really quick. So that's just how you get the magical gems, purple gems or whatever, right? And then what the fuck do you do with them? You know that. So what you do with them is that you use them to level up your magic level, and basically as you get higher and higher in magic level, all of your dragons get additional stats, right? So I get extra HP, extra attack, extra defense, extra effective hit, extra effective resistance, and, you know, speed, right? Also, on top of that, you know, as you level up, you'll unlock various magic bonuses that you can use to at the start of your game to basically give yourself a little bit more of a tactical advantage, or you have another layer of basically strategy to your game essentially. So let's say I come here, I want to fight somebody. I can choose which one I want to use, and I'll explain each one and my opinion about them. So that's how you would just come here, and that's how you can choose right before you get into the battle when you're picking, you know, what dragons you want to start fucking people up with. So I'll try to explain each one. And so the first one, and I mean, I think like every 5 levels you might unlock one, you know, so like this one's automatically unlocked at like level 5 or some shit. It kind of goes like that in a circle, and then, you know, once you get to a certain level, like I see you have Origin Magic level 2, and then this one's level 2, but this one isn't level 2 yet because I probably will get it at like level 40 Magic bonus or whatever. Okay. So with this first one, you got each attack made. I'm gonna read it. Each attack made against an ally has 18% chance to bless an ally under attack, reducing a random skill cooldown of it by 1 turn, become invalid if there is no. Okay, so basically how this works is, let's say you get attacked, you got essentially you have like a 1/5 of a chance, like a little bit less than 1/5 of a chance of it reducing that ally's cooldown by 1. So let's say you just use your 3rd ability, you know, it's on a 3-turn cooldown, you get hit, now it's on a 2-turn cooldown, 1/5 of the time that it'll get attacked. That's kind of how it works now. Now the thing is that, you know, if you're getting fucked up in the beginning, right, this won't actually help you all that much because none of your, you know, skills are on cooldown. So it's like, in my opinion, it kind of fucking sucks. Can be useful, but you know, it's not consistent enough for me. Now this protection of magic, which I really like, and I'm probably gonna be a little bit biased because I'm more of a defensive type person. But this one, what it does is that at the beginning of the battle, you get more defense, more effective resistance for 3 turns. It can't be dispelled off of you, so you can't like try to debuff it off of me. And then you also get a shield that can absorb damage that's worth 16% of whichever particular dragon's HP it is. So 16% of the dragon's HP for 2 turns. It used to be better than this, and they fucking nerfed it for obvious reasons. So why do I like this one? For a lot of game modes, you want to try to get in and do a lot of damage as quickly as possible while taking as little damage as possible. This allows you to do that because you get all of the bonuses up front, and quite a hefty bonus. The effective resistance is really good against when somebody tries to fucking stun you. That 24% matters. I can usually 3 full turns each dragon. I can usually smoke or get smoked. Most of the fighting is usually done by the time all the dragons have had 3 turns. So the damage has kind of already fucking been done by that point, for the most part, in the battles that I'm experiencing, especially in a PvE setting. So it's really good for that. I think this is one of the better ones, if not the best one that you can use, in my personal opinion. Don't try to send me to the fucking grave because this is my bias. I really like this one for those reasons, right? And now they buff this one. This is called health magic. Essentially, every time it's about to be your turn, it'll restore 2% of HP. Before it's their time to attack. This is better on a tankier team because 2% HP on them is different than 2% HP on, let's say, a squishy. So if you had more of a laid back defensive team, I wouldn't see the harm in using this. But if that was the case, I still think that the protection of magic kind of outshines it. I don't think this is necessarily super bad, but I just think there's better options. Now counter magic, you take damage. When you take damage, you have 15% chance to attack the person that attacked you. Receiving multi-stage damage, but at most 1 counter attack. Okay, so I haven't actually used this one before. I don't know what type of damage gets reflected back. I don't know what type of ability you do all the damage they did to you. I know that if somebody hits you with an ability that can hit more than 1 time, you have a higher chance of doing this. I don't have enough information on it to give you an accurate depiction on whether it's good or not, but I will say one thing. 15% doesn't seem all that high, right? It's another thing going into that consistency. I want something that I know I can be confident that it's going to work every game. I don't want sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't really like that. And it seems like this is going to work well in your favor sometimes, but not other times. It's going to work better against teams that have a lot of AoE. They got abilities that hit you like 2 or 3 times. But that's kind of like a matchup thing, not so much I can go into any fucking game and with this strategy and I'll at least be okay. So, like I said, I can't form too much of an opinion on it, but I would say it has to be inconsistent for the most part. All right, now you got Curse Magic. Now, Curse Magic will continuously affect enemies during a battle. Deals 14% of the highest attack of the alive ally. Curse damage. Okay, I've actually seen this one used against me a lot. So essentially, it's really good in my opinion if you have one dragon that's clearly leagues above the rest of your dragons, and it's obviously if you have one dragon that's leagues above, leveled up, starred up, it's got better brands, it's gonna have a really high attack stat. Usually people like that have that dragon be like Nyx, Pyralis, shit like that. And 14% of their attack can be significant, over time. That shit can definitely do some damage when we talking about an extended fight, especially. I would say that this one is okay to use. Like I said, I'm more of a defensive type person, but I think this one is one of the better ones. Now revenge magic, it gives you your strength. Alive allies will be blessed by a revenge magic that increases their damage dealt by 12% after ally dies. This magic is like up to 9 times. I haven't used this one personally, but I have seen some other people that used it, and I think it can be effective. Now, there was a cool thing that somebody did where their team was, for the most part, uh defensive, and they had what's that fucking drag? I'm forgetting his name. Bright. And I've seen it work with Unicorn where they'll like, unless usually you try to take those guys out first because they can revive people, but let's say you can't, or they have this team that is like really hard to do that, right? You can revive your allies and you still get the bonus, but when you revive them, you know, they die again, you get the bonus again. That's why I can stack up to 9 times, right? And I have gotten frustrated one time, like they had Bright and the Unicorn guy, killed Unicorn, killed another guy, tried to kill Bright, couldn't kill Bright. The dude, Bright, revived like 2 or 3 people. You know, they came back. Unicorn revived Bright again. Like, it was annoying as fuck. And that damage got real, and I mean real quick. So you gotta kind of be careful. Be careful. Like certain team, I think this is more gimmicky, but I ain't gonna lie. If you got the revivers on your team, this and like healing and shit, oh my god, this shit can do work. Now that's the thing. It's kind of like you're getting more damage on the back end, but like I say, it's kind of gimmicky how it would work. I would want more damage on the front end or something more consistent on the front end. But like, let's say somebody dies, you'll be able to finish off people a lot easier. So I will say, like, if I had to put numbers on it, I would say Protection of Magic, Revenge Magic, and Curse Magic are all top tier ones. Then I would say Healing is whatever. And then these two are too inconsistent. The Origin and Counter are a little bit more inconsistent. They probably can work in some situations, but it won't always be like that. So I would be more cautious of using these because they're not as consistent. Curse and Protection are always going to work, always, because they're consistent. Revenge Magic, if you know what you're doing with it, can be very effective. And then Healing of Magic is obviously consistent because you get the 2% HP. I just think that Protection of Magic is better. And then like these two I don't think that they're good enough to warrant using most of the time. And who knows how good they get, as you get to higher magic bonus levels. Because I'm pretty sure some people's magic bonus levels are in fucking insane. So that's what I think as far as the magic fountain. That pretty much covers it. You starve the dragons, get the premium. It's called magic crystals. Get the currencies. Get the little magic crystal currency. Go over here to enhance magic. Get your bonuses. Choose your magic. Hopefully this made you become a better dragon tamer. I'll see you in the next one.